Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to yet another super cool, super awesome, and absolutely amazing session on BioPoint Stream the World of Bio. Today, we are gonna do yet another session for the foundation course of class 11th. Our major topic biology, the first chapter, living world. Today, we will deal with the living world. How wonderful is the world? And the wide ranges of living organisms, species, habitats, all those things we will learn today. Okay, we will be doing it in different sessions, short sessions, and you all can follow up with us. Do comment us in the comment section, and if you like this video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel. BioPoint, stream the world of bio. This is a very basic introduction of this chapter. What is life? All of my dear friends, all of you know that the life originated from the Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory. So what is this Big Bang Theory? There was a huge mass, hot mass, and one collided with it and it broke up. Thus originated the solar system and the planets. Like that, the life originated. It is said that like that, the life originated. And different theories are based on the origin of life. Like life originated as a single cell. And so what is life? Before arriving onto the definition of life, we need to tell about different characteristics. Okay, we are discussing different characteristics of life. Certain characteristic like all living beings grow, right? Am I right? Okay. All living beings grow. All living beings reproduce. Okay. All living beings reproduce. They adapt to their surroundings. Okay, they show response to external stimulus. All these are certain characteristics that all living beings exhibit. Okay, and this growth. So as a very base definition, we can say that an organism or a what we can say for that, an organism expressing all these features can be said as a living organism, and those living organisms form the base of life. Is that clear for you? Okay, life. Life is a unique, complex organization of molecules expressing through chemical reactions which lead to growth, development, responsiveness, and adaptation and reproduction. It will be clear after you learn the further slides. I will be taking it once more. Moving further, living organism. Living organism is self-replicating, evolving, and self-regulating interactive system capable of responding to an external stimuli. So the very basic characteristic, that is we respond to an external stimuli. For example, if you touch a hot pan, we suddenly pull out our hands due to burn. Other thing, like touch me not plant. Plants are living, right? Touch me not plant. When we touch it, it automatically droops, jellies, wilting. That is the laws of turgidity. That's where. Okay, so these are the certain properties of living organism. Certain properties of living organism. Okay, first property is growth. First property you can see here is growth. Second one, it is reproduction. Third one, metabolism. Fourth one, cellular organization. And fifth one, it is consciousness. Listen very carefully. Growth. Growth is the increase in number and mass of cells by cell division. By cell division, the mass as well as the number of cells will be increased. Look, one cell divides into two. This is what is said to be growth. So all living organisms exhibit growth, and in plants the growth is by cell division. Okay. And in animals the growth is seen only up to a certain age, whereas plants grow throughout their life. Non-living objects also show growth. That's our next point. Okay, we said that growth is a property exhibited by living organisms. So all things or organisms that show growth can be said as living. But it's wrong. Non-living things also grow. For example, a heap of sand. It is done by accumulation of stones, sand due to weathering, disintegration, breaking and disintegration, all those things like that. These get to a heap, right? And that is what is also can be termed as growth. Therefore, we can say that non-living organisms also grow, and we cannot define growth as a definite factor. Okay, defining factor or a definite factor that shows that implies the certain characteristic of living organism. Okay, guys, all of you be ready with your NCRT textbook. Okay, that's one NCRT textbook, then only you will understand it. In plants, growth continues throughout the lifespan. I have told this before. Or throughout their lifespan, growth will continue. Whereas in animals, growth is seen only up to a certain age, and cell division occurs to replace lost cells. Only lost cells are replaced in future, and growth is not there. Okay. And after that, we can look the next slide whether it is growth or not. Basically, growth is the increase in mass and size. Thus, non-living objects also grow. Surface by surface accumulation of materials. So how do non-living organisms or non-living things grow? By accumulation, surface accumulation. By surface accumulation of objects. Like those, the mountains are formed. It is said that the Himalayas have increased its height by due to weathering and disintegration. More stones or more rocks get accumulated on its surface and it grows. So we cannot say growth as a defining property. So we cannot say that if an organism grows, we cannot say that it is living, because non-living objects also shows growth. In living organism, growth is from inside. It's from inside, whereas in non-living organism, it is surface accumulation. So it is outside growth. Clear? Okay, we have completed the growth. Next, we have reproduction. Next, we have reproduction. Please wait, guys. Okay. It is the production of progeny having features similar to those of parents. So features that are similar to those of parents are produced in the progeny, in the resulting progeny. For example, a hen lays egg, and it hatches to form a chicken. Okay, and these have, when grown or in the very days or the very start of its life, it exhibits similar properties or similar features that its parents have exhibited, and that is what is said to be reproduction. Production of progeny similar to having features similar to that of parents. As you know, reproduction is of two types. First it is sexual reproduction and the other one it is asexual reproduction. Okay. In unicellular organisms, growth and reproduction are same because they reproduce by cell division. You know, unicellular organism reproduce by cell division. For example, amoeba, it's unicellular. So it reproduces by a process known as binary fission. Hydra reproduces by budding. All these are forms of asexual reproduction. Okay. Mule and worker bee. Many organisms do not reproduce. Hence, like mules, worker bees, these all are sterile organisms. They do not reproduce, however, they are living. Hence, we cannot say reproduction also as a defining feature of living organism. Is that clear for you? So we have said two properties. First one is the growth and second one is the reproduction. Okay. Growth cannot be said as a determining factor. Why? Because both living and non-living organisms grow, and we cannot say growth as a defining property of living organism, because growth of living organism is internal growth occurs, whereas non-living organism also grow by surface accumulation of objects. Reproduction is of two types, that's the sexual as well as the asexual. Means many organisms do not reproduce, like mules, worker bees, but hence they all are living. So we cannot say this reproduction also as a defining property. So we cannot say that any organism that reproduces living. No. Worker bees, mules, all those are sterile. Okay. However, they are living. Therefore, we cannot say reproduction as a defining property of living organism. Next is the metabolism. So what is metabolism? Metabolism is the sum total of all biochemical reactions inside a living organism, a living system. Only, or in this case, biochemical reactions occurs in living organism. Non-living organism does not have this metabolic activities. Okay, so we can say metabolism as a defining feature. Any organism that exhibits metabolism is said to be as a living organism. Okay, so an organism that exhibits metabolism can be termed as living organism, and metabolism is a defining feature of living organisms. Metabolic activity reactions can be demonstrated outside the body in cell-free systems. Isolated metabolic reactions in vitro are not living things but are living reactions. Okay. Okay, guys. Clear with metabolism? Only living organisms show metabolism. Therefore, it can be said as a defining property of life. Next topic or the next characteristic feature is cellular organization. Organisms are made up of one or more cells. Okay, all living organisms are made up of one or more cells, and the different organization, that is the arrangement, it will be in living organism. And we can say that cellular organization as a defining feature of living organism. Cellular organization as a defining feature of living organism. Clear? Consciousness. So what is consciousness? Consciousness is the ability of organism to sense their environment and respond to environmental stimuli like light, water, temperature, and other organisms, chemicals, pollutants, etc. All these are stimulus, external stimulus. So only human beings are the organism who can respond to an external stimuli. Humans are living, therefore we can say consciousness as a defining property of living organism. Defining property of living organism. All organisms are aware of their surroundings, so it is the defining property of living organism. For example, touch me not. When we touch, its leaf wilt due to loss of turgidity. That's why it's also aware of its surrounding. Picture plant, when its prey enters into it, it gets closed. All those are sensitive to their surrounding. Therefore, we can say consciousness is a defining property of living organism. Human is the only organism having self-consciousness. Self-consciousness. And that's all for today. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel. BioPoint, stream the world of bio. Do support us. If you have any doubts, do comment us in the comment section. And thank you. That's all for watching. It's me signing out from your favorite and my favorite BioPoint, stream the world of bio.